Everything has a time and its season. What this means is just like many consumer products, we have what I term a best before date. Now, what a best before date is a date after which anything that you are going to do or maybe consume or be part of, you are likely to get less than the designed outcome, the designed feedback, nutrients, profits. You're not getting the full thing anymore, right? And the reason for this particular episode, like I'm going to share now on the adulting series, is to share a bit of a rant perspective, which is clearly not filtered, talking about how we see, understand, deal with the best before. I am Salim Mohammed Tarfat, the Fizikage, and on this episode titled Adulting Unhinged Best Before, I'm joined recording this episode with Promise Hyacinth. We're having a very interesting conversation that I want to now share with you guys. So let's get it. Quick one before we get into this episode. This entire episode was made some time ago in April. But between that time and now, there's something I wanted to add to this episode on Best Before. And that is that you have to know this. Behind that fear, behind that, I don't want to hurt people, I want to please everybody kind of thinking, you have to know there is a best before for even this. Make sure you don't wait beyond the best before day. It doesn't mean that things cannot turn around. It doesn't mean that things cannot change. It doesn't mean that things cannot be better or things cannot get resolved. However, it is always better to address some things early within a time that it is not yet past the best before date. People's trust can be broken, people's feelings can be hurt, and so timing is actually everything. Almost everything. Okay. So just do your best to be on time every time there is something for you to talk about, there's something for you to bring across to a table. Make sure that you are doing your best to be in that time where it is the right time to do that. Don't wait till it's best before and you start trying to talk. It's very difficult. Or you try to change things. It's very, very difficult. Let's keep doing our best to be better and do better. Do better, be better. So now, this is the issue. This is where I have problem with everybody in the world. You see, we've already said it that nothing that you want to do that has value will come easy. Abi? No problem. Now, I don't know how we think about this thing. We are young now. Let's say most of us listen to this. We are young. You take every opportunity to skip the stairs. You understand? Any opportunity to take a walk with your friend, your partner, or you just stroll somewhere, you avoid it. Any little thing, I want a boat, I want Uber, I want Lyft, I want taxi, this, that. You can't even, any small trekking, you're angry. You feel like you're doing something against your life. Now, this is my question, this is my own problem. Why do we think that if we put off all these things that we are supposed to enjoy when we are young, that is when we are old, when you are moving and your body is making sound like door hinge, is it? Why is it that time we think that this is when we need to go out and start exercising? Exercising for what? For Olympics at that time? Don't you think there's a reason why footballers retire at a particular age? If you want something to work, you have to do it. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's put it like this now. I must say, you can still start where you are, right? Mm-hmm. But at a particular age, it's not more starting. It's like, why? You have already successfully got to this age without exercising or doing anything to keep your health in the right place. Mm-hmm. Why do you think at that point, when you are already, oh my God. When you're supposed to use your eyes, you didn't use your eyes, right? You go to a particular age, you cannot see again. That's when you now start saying, I want to get glasses. All these years, you could have got glasses to correct this thing in your eyes. So many years ago, you said no. I'm gonna wait till the final moment to get the glasses. When you are already going, you are leaving us. Then you are just getting glasses. Why? You know, that's no problem. Or you see some people when they are young, they don't exercise, don't do anything. When they're getting to like how do I put it now? You are 70 already. You are looking like you're supposed to be sitting down, using wheelchair to move you around. Then you now say, oh, now I want to start using staircase. You now start saying, I don't want to use the lift, I want to use the staircase. Are you not crazy? There's a reason, there's what they call best before, right? Best before means anything after that time, you are putting your life at risk. You are supposed to cycle at this age. You said no. Okay, look at it. You grow up. Let's put it like this. We were discussing something before. Let's just calm down. Calm down. We discussed something before. You can't cycle. You can't use a bicycle, right?
Yes.
You can't cycle to save your life at the moment. If you are being chased by zombies and the only available vehicle of transportation is a means of transportation is a bicycle. You see the bicycle, you leave it and keep trekking or running or whatever. I don't really think, I don't even know if you can run. But let's assume you can run. So now you decide to get on that bicycle or you leave it or whatever. The thing is, it's funny to me because growing up, from ages, let's say 0 to anywhere maybe 15, you could say that, yeah, you were still a young person, you didn't know what to do, you know, it was not available. Your caregivers, your guardian, your parents didn't train you, they didn't expose you to certain things. The moment you get to that 16, in fact, because 16 you're already in university, 16, 17, 18, 19, up, that's you. Anything that you did not have at that point is on you. They didn't give you, oh, we didn't have TV growing up. Hustle, man. Get the TV. You know, if you don't have it, you don't have to buy the TV. Get a friend that has the TV.
Yes.
Right? Just get involved with something. I used to, when you listen to older people, let me use an example. My grandfather, right? He's late now. God rest his soul.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome man. He has stories for days. He always has stories, about the war, about Gowon, about this, that. Everybody, he has stories. But you see, one thing I love about his stories is that he actually lived those stories. And he's not just telling you like, someone told me. He will tell you like, this is where we went. They came to me. They said, oh, they want to bring me into the army. Blah, 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 blah. I said I will join. This, that. Before, the story, it's his life. He's giving you like this. I live this life. Now imagine all you do is blame other people for the life that you don't have. What kind of story are you going to have?
Your children.
Or your children, or other. It might not even be your children. It might be other people's children. Maybe you are speaking somewhere. Maybe you happen to have a few people who are listening to you, who have given you their ears. They are your audience. They look up to you. What do you tell them? Because all your life you've spent it blaming people for I couldn't ride the bike because of this person. I learned how to swim because of this person. I didn't go to school because of this person. I didn't do this because of this person. All of that is just blaming the world about things that the world didn't give you. How much more, I mean, why? It's like, what? When you see people that say, oh, back then people tell you, we didn't have library in my village. So I used to walk to the other village 10 kilometers away so that I can read books in the library. Then I come back and then all this stuff.
Sit comfortably that they don't have in their own community, so they will just relax.
Some people say, I don't know, not even their community, they don't have in their house. Because next door there's a book, but you don't want to go there. You stay in your house. Right? I mean, it's crazy. Okay, let me tell you my own personal story. Growing up, I didn't have let me put it like this, yeah. I mean, growing up, I didn't have a Game Boy, all these, all these games I used to have now, these handheld games. We had the Game Boy, we had the Tetris, we had all these, little games that you hold.
Yeah.
Block game, the brick game, all this, little games that you just play and everything. And then you go to school, you see your friends that have. This is why school is very important. Because what school really does is it just opens you up to new,
different backgrounds,
it exposes you to things in the world that's happening. The teachers will teach you math, integrated science, this, that, depending on whatever. But the real learning is how you interact with the world around you. So what happens is, if you're not going to school, you're only interacting with a limited bank of resources. But you go to school, you meet people who this guy's father is an engineer. This man's father is a doctor. This other one is a pilot. You know. So now, not only are you realizing that there are people that actually do these kinds of work, right? But you're also open to the idea that so much is possible, right? That's what school really like. That's the only thing I really got from school. To be very honest, all the other things they did taught me, I don't really, there are a lot of things that we taught us in school that are like, why? Why did we learn this? It's a waste of our life. You've been finding X all this time, and you are still stuck on your X. That's the worst part. You spent all your life finding X, and now you can't get over your X. They just trained you to suffer all these years. You know? That's why your ex will call you and you'll be miserable because the trauma has been put in your life by your math teacher all these years. X.
You'll be looking for your ex.
Looking for your ex. And nobody will tell you why. Why the X, So, yeah. So, but it's crazy because that's what school really does for you. You don't even know that there are opportunities available. The difference between, I think, good schools and bad schools is that good schools, set themselves up to bring the opportunities to you.
Yeah.
Bad schools set you up to figure things out by yourself. They don't tell you that drugs are not good. They just let you use drugs for a bit. Then when you have an accident, when you lose two of your friends, then you say, "Oh, I don't want to do drugs anymore." Then by yourself, you're gonna advise yourself. You're gonna start student fellowship by yourself because you've already lost your life. So you have to start somewhere. That's what happens. And these things are just why. I can't believe it. So, wow. Okay. What I was saying before. The point is, I can't, for the life of me, understand why we will spend so much time blaming other people for the life either we have or the life we don't have. They did their own best or not. Maybe they didn't even do anything. They just like minding their business. You have teachers now that come in, do a job that they're not passionate about because they just want to get paid.
Yes.
By the time you grow up, you understand. When you start applying for teacher roles, teacher job, you now understand that I never really wanted to be a teacher, but I need to get my bills paid.
Yeah.
So you do your NYC somewhere and you realize that, I don't know where the next job is going to come. Instead, then the next thing you are teaching for 2 years. Teaching English when you have bad grammar.
Why you that?
No, not you, but you. Yes. Jesus Christ. You have terrible grammar. You say more better or things like that, like very better or stuff like that. Like, who says that? Why?
Who says that?
Exactly. Who says that? More better. Very much. Final crazy stuff. It's just crazy. People should learn to balance it. And I think that's the problem with the whole system. We live in a world where, for example, men that can't get women say that women are materialistic, they are this and that, blah blah blah. Women that cannot get men, or women that are either fat, they are unattractive to the dating pool, will now say that society is the one that made them to be feeling pressure about getting married.
Yes.
You want to get married, you have deep down you have seen all your friends.
Yes.
Nobody asked you. Nobody actually asked you because we've already seen you as a Gattuso or as a strong man. You see you as this kind of, yeah. Everybody has left you alone because we don't believe that anybody wants to marry you. But then you get yourself to a point.
Someone to blame.
Look for someone to blame. You say, is this person's fault? Why are they calling me fat? I'm not fat. How did they accept me like this? Love me the way I am. No! Because why is that fellow? You want a fellow that is earning very well, doing very okay. He has worked himself to a particular point of time. He now wants to marry. He will now go and pick the most obese version of a woman that he can find. No. Why? He wants to marry someone that makes him feel happy, look good, everything, and he has children with the person, and children will not be floating in water by default.
She will look for somebody that has good qualities.
You want somebody that has good quality. You want a handsome guy, right?
Because she herself, she cannot even marry an obese man.
Oh my God. Okay, but this my own problem is this. You don't want to marry an obese man, no problem. You don't want to marry a man that is not having six pack, that is not fresh, not tall, dark, and handsome. Some women, they just want a man that is dark. Let me not go there. Okay. That's a stray bullet. Somebody. So yes. Anyways, you want a guy that is very dark, all this, this crazy, tall, dark, handsome, all these things.
I
Now,
swear.
now my own issue is,
Scout.
what part of you thinks that this tall, dark, handsome, Chris Brown looking nigga that is black, obviously, which Chris Brown is not dark. But the point is, you want this kind of person that is all of these things. He can sing, he can dance, he can paint, he's great with children, he knows how to drive, he can also fly a plane. He's all these Superman things you want in your man. And then this man will just happen to settle for the girl that is one. Hasn't taken the time of her life to take care of herself. She hasn't worked on herself in over 10 years. The last time she worked on herself was her project in university. So when she finished that project, she stopped working on herself completely. Now she's a shadow of herself, or a balloon of herself. So the point is, this person now that has not done anything to work on herself in how many years wants a man that is finished project. This is the problem. Nobody at any point in time is everything.
Of course.
So even the woman, the guy is obviously, if you are being realistic, I tell guys too, you want a woman that is thick but has no belly rolls. I think you need to manage your expectations, because especially in the world we are living now, where most men and women have to go to long hour jobs, work for long hours in a day, come back, do the same thing. So if the woman, we don't all have time to do the things we're supposed to do. A lot of people, I realize that a lot of people are struggling to get by in terms of what they would consider, having work-life balance. A lot of people don't even sleep well. You make money.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Thanks. So, nice. Okay. Yes, that's all for today's episode. You are crazy. On my podcast,
very well now. It does very well.
I do my best. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say. The point is, okay, myself included, but we don't sleep very well. Many people don't eat very well. Many people don't exercise very well. Many people don't take time to take care of their mental health. Do you read books? Do you do some kind of, what do you do to relax? Everything is just work. You are doing everything to meet up with with an end. Make ends meet. You are always chasing something. So you can't even, when you are sleeping, you are thinking about bills. You're thinking about this person, that person, this problem, that problem. You never really get time to touch down and say, let me just pause. Let me just relax. Take care of yourself. When last time you just went out and bought that PS5? Just buy it and relax. Sorry. Calm down. PS5 is expensive, depending on where you live in the world. Okay, so that's it. But if you can buy a PS5, why you not buying it? Buy it. Buy it for the rest of us so that we can come to your house. So this is what I'm talking about. So a lot of people are not living life the way life is to be lived. I mean, it's not about the high extremities. You don't have to travel to Bali every other weekend. You don't have to go to some other crazy places like Nakwanga. You can just figure out a pocket of time and space where you can just declutter, just drop all the weight and just exist, relax. Just drink that cold water and just
after
relax.
chasing all these things, at the end of the day,
You will still die.
To be healthy to enjoy those things.
No, the worst part is you will still die. You will still die. So what's your problem? Why do you want to fast track it? Relax. God damn it. It's true now. The other time I went to buy something. Everything's so expensive. Like the prices are just jumping. Like if you buy something today, 1,000. Tomorrow it's like 1, 2, 1. Next tomorrow is 1, 4. I'm like, I just want to buy something, man. Okay, so that's a different issue. So now it's like, sometimes it's like, if this is gonna make you happy, just buy it, man.
Just buy it.
Just close your eye and buy it. Buy that box of juice. Buy that 1 liter yogurt and just drink it. Drink it. What's wrong with you? Drink it. This is the problem of the world. If you can afford it, please drink it. If you cannot afford it, please be strong.
Be strong. And rest.
Do what you can. Avoid problems. Afford what you can. Avoid the rest. That's just it. Because the question about that, the water is going to keep rising. How much was school fees when we were growing up? How much is school fees now?
To enroll YX then it was like 12,000, 11,000. But now
it's 12,000 before.
As at when I enrolled WAECO, it was
Mm.
about 12,000 then.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2009.
Mm.
But now, it's almost 50 now, if not more than.
It's really sad because it means that for people who are within the same earning bracket, everything is reaching. It gets to a point where it's out of reach. You know, that gets us part of it's out of reach. But my focus now is on there are things that are outside of us that are um there are things that are outside of us that are outside of our reach, and we feel, oh, these things are, and we can't control them. But there are things we can control. you know how do we speak to ourselves, for example? What's our mentality towards taking care of ourselves? you know don't put off what you can do now for later, because everything has a best before date.
Yeah.
If you don't exercise now, don't start it when you are already seeing, your bones are
aching.
already cracking or something.
Right.
That's not the time to start playing football. You want to learn basketball. You want to be no, just let it be. Right? Just play it on a video game or something. Get it. With is it trolley or what do you call this thing? Put yourself inside and roll off.
Trolley.
Just be in a trolley basket and let it roll you off, man. Because why? Why are you?
Why are you doing
Why are
that?
you doing that? That's the time you're supposed to be buying a car that makes you comfortable. That's not when you start saying you want to buy G-Wagon. It's not a car for comfort. How do we know this? That car is a utility vehicle. It's a vehicle that is meant to be used for war. You don't buy that car when your bones are cracking. You want to open the door or close it back. You will need help.
Oh my
You know?
god.
It's true. You're too old to use a G-Wagon. Get a car that is good and soft, and you close the door, you close it softly. Don't. What's your problem? Come on. We just put things back so long that we don't get to enjoy life. Take care of your health while you
Sometimes you
can.
just procrastinate too. I'll do it tomorrow, and do it tomorrow.
I'll
Before
do
you
it
know
tomorrow.
it, you are old.
Yeah.
And
I'll do it tomorrow, next week, and everything. And before you know it, you've spent all your life and you've not done anything. You've not lived your life. Your career growth is in your hands to an extent. Yes, if you're working in 9 to 5, the joy of it is that yes, after a while they give you a promotion, you get up to another level, you can update your LinkedIn and say, oh, I have this new job title, whatever. But generally the responsibility of your growth is in your hands,
yes.
largely. If you want to learn something, just like what I was trying to say with the example of back then in primary school, you don't have a Game Boy, your friend has a Game Boy. There's nothing wrong with you saying, hey bro, can I play next? Yeah, can I play next? And then you ask whoop and saying, what do I do? Someone is like, oh, press this for this, you're learning. Now you are exposed. You don't have it, but because of school and friends and mingling and building people's skills and all of these things, you've built yourself to a point now where you learn things that are outside of your scope.
Instead of blaming your parents
Don't
for
blame your
not buying
parents
it for
not
you.
buying. Blame yourself for not getting out there and getting information, because right next door is information. Right next door is change. You grow up fat. Good luck. Get out. Get a bicycle. Run. Let a dog chase you. These are some of the things that help your life. They build your story. You have a story. Tell children. One time that dog chased me. I almost died, but I made it. If the dog beats you, say, "Oh, this is where the dog beat me. See the teeth here. These are the teeth marks. They're over here." That's what you're supposed to do. How? Oh, I think the scariest thing for me is, I don't know about you, but one of the scariest things for me is living a life where you know that there's so much potential that you've not tapped yet. I think that's the scariest thing about death is not, dying. Dying is constant. I'm trying to explain something online. I asked one of my friends. I said, "How are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm not dying," and it annoyed me because, what do you mean you are not dying? We are all dying. Relax. But like, we are dying at different paces, right? When I say dying, I'm not saying, oh, I imagine spiritually everybody will be like, God forbid, oh, over my dead, no, blood of Jesus, no, it's not gonna happen to me. Inshallah, all these things, yes.
We
Well,
just don't want it to happen too soon.
we don't want to happen too soon. But the fact of the matter is that everything that we know in life goes through a cycle. Right?
Yeah.
So whether you are aware of it or not, you are either brand new, means you've just been born, and if you've been born, You know, from the moment you've been born, your clock, your own time
Ticking.
is counting, right? However long God,
Makes.
makes for you in your destiny for you to live on earth, that is already fixed, and your expiry date or whatever is whatever time, but you have the best before date. So by the time you get to that date, everything starts behaving funny. You used to be able to run before. Now you can't even, you barely walk, right? Because reasons. You used to be able to see before. Now you struggle with the TV.
Oh my god.
Certain things don't work the way they used to. For some of us who are getting to 30 and all that, before you used to open doors, and now you open doors and you hear a sound, but it's not the door, it's your hand. And you notice that something is up. So everything is really getting to that point of, or whether I'll call it diminishing returns or best before or expiry date. We're getting to a point where
Expiry date is you are gone.
yes,
like,
you are gone.
completely.
You are gone. So just like best before, everything gets to a point where you are still a human being. You're still talking to people. You still, you still have senses and everything. You're still tangible, a member of society to some
You're
extent.
not as productive.
You are not as you were.
Yeah.
So that's the best before. So anything that makes you get to that point, sorry, bro. But like, I think the focus is that we should be looking to live our lives as fully as possible with the time that we have.
Yes.
So if it means learn how to ride a bike, please do it. Play chess, learn how to play chess. It's one of those games that are really interesting. Yeah, play chess. If you never play snakes and ladders, gather your family, your friends, and just play the game. Trust me. It looks like no one can be your enemy at that time until you are playing that game. You realize that people are not to be trusted. Because you're like, why did you throw that? That die. It was not 6 before. Why did you throw that? You said that, sacrifice yourself. So learn to play games like this. Read books, listen to different genres of music. I'm not going to advise you to listen to some, obviously. But like,
Call names.
I'm not going to say anything. But just find a balance that works for you. Find, the things that bring life. When next time you see a butterfly, I don't know how many people have noticed that butterflies generally have reduced.
Yes. I
Have you
barely see
noticed?
them.
You barely see, exactly. So butterflies generally have reduced in numbers so much.
Is it that there are no more good smelling flowers again? I don't know. What happened?
Oh God. Oh no. Well, there are so many things that can come. I can say that are part of the reasons. We can say urbanization, development of everywhere we're cutting down trees and vegetative cover and everything. That might also affect their numbers. Them
They're
being
just
able
buying
to.
land and building houses,
Yeah,
cutting everything
So
down.
so as we develop our society, we are affecting other habitats and ecosystems.
Nature.
So nature is taking a big punch. So, but at the end of the day, it still falls on us to understand that there is so much of life still around us. I feel somewhat afraid for coming generations. That might be born at a time when certain species of butterflies might have become extinct.
It's
Certain
almost extinct now.
yeah.
They
So
might not even know what butterflies are. They'll just see it in
it
pictures.
just be pictures and it's sad. So when you see a butterfly, you pack your car, like, hey, we have one, see the boat. But the point is, right now, take your time to appreciate the beauty in right now. When last did you just go and just hug somebody? Not like you're rushing to go somewhere. Just actually hug them. If it's your parents, your loved ones, your siblings, just hug them. The most
Tell
stupid
them
thing
how
we
much
can
you
do
love
is
them.
you want a hug and then you are waiting for someone to come and give it to you. There are some things that you only get by giving.
Of course.
Hugs are one of those things, and they're one of the best things on the planet. So just give a really good hug. Give a hug and it'll be okay. Drink
Like
water.
when you're crying about someone and you still feel like hugging them. That's crazy.
Yeah, you see, this is what I'm saying. The math teachers, the exes and all that. You see, yeah, the problem. So you are crying about your exes and all that. So
But you
sorry.
still want to hug. Like, that was a crazy man. I was just like, wait, are you okay? Wake up.
You see, because
It's
you know
not
that
normal.
because no, it's possible, and I think that's one part of what makes us humans so interesting is that we can experience a crazy spectrum of emotion where you are mad at somebody, at the same time, you love them so much. At the same time, you want to break their head, but at the same time, you really hope nothing bad happens to them. It's a very difficult place to be. And then you shuffle through all those
You're
emotions.
asking yourself, are you okay?
Yeah. So maybe you slap them, and then you hug them, and then you slap them again. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that I'm a receiver for domestic violence, but I'm saying if you ever feel like slapping someone, probably you should do it mentally, not physically. Don't slap them for real. Just think about it. Like if I slap you, like how's it?
Wow.
Life is a banana on a mango tree.
What was that?
It is what it is. That's what. So anyway, that was it. That was all. Nice one. Peace.